Hello everyone, this is your host boogl. I want to start this video out talking about my experience with coaching from about a year ago, but I don't want any legal trouble, so I'm not going to disclose any names. In fact, the blaming game would probably just prime everyone's brain for an attack on coaching, but that's not the purpose of this video. This information is meant to help people find and choose better coaches. It makes sense that we would seek out someone with more experience to directly inform us of how we might be more efficient and effective. When we consider pro teams, there is really no such thing as a coach that is performing better than those who are competing. So while a high degree of skill may help with coaching, only a moderate amount of skill is necessary. For example, Mind Games Weldon is a great coach with only mid-tier performance. He's effective not because he's good at the game, but because he has combined his knowledge of human performance and improvement with his moderate but sufficient knowledge of the game. However, in my experience, I wasn't so lucky as to find someone like him right away. Instead, I used a coaching service, which, like I said, will remain nameless. The first hour I got, because I got a few hours, I got someone with a moderate insight into their own performance. He could effectively communicate his reasoning for his decisions, so I, in turn, could better understand my own decisions. That first hour seemed helpful, so I purchased a couple more. This time, though, I was assigned a different coach. This guy wasn't insightful at all. In fact, his lack of insight wasn't just limited to the game, it extended to his ability to effectively communicate. He would get noticeably frustrated and didn't understand why I couldn't just pop off and do certain things. Eventually, he thought he might relieve his frustration by yelling at me, at which point I ended the call. Humiliation has never been an effective tool for increasing productivity or performance, at least not for me. So, the first coach facilitated a change in my playstyle, marked by more confidence and creativity, but the second coach focused more on errors rather than alternative methods. This led to a more and more conservative and reactive playstyle, which, if you've watched my other videos, you might know is a way to perform effectively for a while, but it leads to very little progress in the long term. This guy convinced me that what I needed to do to improve was just to play more and to play with more effort. As it turns out, while that's true, it's not wholly true and can lead to some very bad practices. What he should have said, and what I say now, is that time spent practicing is necessary, but that part of our practice should consist of examining our habits and optimizing, even if it means we'll have to decrease our current performance temporarily. Why waste time trying to look like you're good when you can actually just get good? After that, it took me a long time to process and understand what factors were hindering my development. So, long story short, if your coach is a douche, they probably don't have a great understanding of the human experience and therefore probably won't make a great teacher. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. For those interested in more information, join the boogl Discord. You can find a link for it in the video description below. It's very young, so it's still very subject to change. As of right now, though, it's mainly for discussion and to consolidate some resources related to understanding how to get better at gaming. Thank you everyone for listening, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Peace.
Machete.